What's up guys, we're gonna show you guys how to replace this leaky valve. You can see here, it's just constantly leaking out of this and it drips onto the granite, gets under the sink. We're gonna show you guys how to pull the valve out and put a new one in. These are the valves. You can replace the faucet, but if it's a nicer faucet, usually these things are under warranty, usually like a Delta, a Moen. This is a Dan's. You can just call in and they will give you a new valve to put in. So we'll go ahead and show you guys how to put this in now. First things first is turn the shut-off valve at the bottom. Next, this is a little cover for this faucet in particular. Yours will have a different application, and there is a screw right inside there. This one needs a Phillips head, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unscrew this, take this apart, and then we'll screw off the collar and show you what it looks like. So we got the screw out, the handle off. When you're unscrewing this collar, use some pliers and a towel or you will scratch the finish. If you want to scratch your finish, don't use the towel. A quick little turn to loosen it up, and then this just comes off like so. You can see here the valve is like roasted. Clean this up, pull the valve out and put a new one on. You can kind of see the rubber gasket was getting absolutely roasted. This nut here is going to come off. So we're gonna pull this nut off. This is what's holding the valve in. And then we'll slide this new valve in and put the nut back on. So this bugger was really hard to get off. So what I did is I took the pliers and I covered them in a towel and I put it on this bottom piece. I didn't want to damage the threads because these threads are what this thing screws onto. So I want to be careful not to do that. And then now this comes right off. So again, I had the pliers on this piece down here, like this pair of pliers with the towel, and then I used the other one simply on this nut. This nut is what holds that valve into play. And man, that is why it was leaking. You can see here the gasket is absolutely roasted. This is that little gasket. Over time, it wears out. And this also was a bear to get out, but after some pliers and a flathead screwdriver, it comes out like so. And that's all the water coming out. This is mainly just the pressure, but let that roll out and put your new valve in. Yeah, boy, this thing was absolutely roasted. I'll take note of these notches right here and the notches right on the valve. This is going to slide right in over that. Make sure you put it in correctly or your valve is going to be going all weird. And then you press it in and then you put your collar back on and then your handle. Well, first the nut and then the collar. Another piece of advice to figure out the right way, make sure it's in the open position. So act like you're turning the knob. So this is open, this is closed. So we're gonna slide it in directly like this, but make sure your valve is open before you slide it in so the gasket at the bottom isn't popped out. It fits in snug like that. Time to put this on, and then we are gangbusters. And then we'll go ahead and put the collar back on and then the handle, and we'll show you what it looks like. To check for leaks is once you have that nut on, go ahead and open your shutoff valve to make sure there's no leaks. As you can see, we had the valve in the open position when we screwed this on. We're good, there's no leaks, water's running. Shut it off. Obviously it would help to have the handle, get some more leverage on it, but it looks like that. Boom, we are good to go. New valve, leak stopped, and just so you know for your purposes, this is what caused the valve to go bad. This gasket right here, you can feel all the grime on it. Just watch me touching it. And then look at my hands. They're just all black. That means the gasket is just degrading over time, which usually is due to hard water. House in particular has a chlorinator on it, so the water is rather harsh. So when you have water that's very acidic, it eats away at these gaskets. And of course, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.